we're going to be loading into herO. The vetoes are done. Lobby has been made. We're getting into a PVT. And if you're in the chat, predictions are going to be open. Give me a minute. Give me un momento here. Here we go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of herO, we have our South Korean Protoss player. The blue Protoss representing CranKy Gaming. Ooh, he just took down a Dark in a brutal quarterfinals match, but now he's made it to the semifinals. Can he go all the way? It's the best Protoss in Korea, arguably the best Protoss in the entire world. He's been having an amazing year so far, an amazing performance at whether it's IEM, whether it's Masters Coliseum, whether it's these online events. We have, representing CranKy Gaming, herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player. The red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. ByuN, who just took down both Estrella and Nightmare. What do those two players have in common? Estrella and Nightmare. I mean, outside of... I was going to take that in a different direction. They're both Protoss. Estrella and Nightmare, they are both Protoss players. And likewise, so is herO. ByuN, he has made his way to the semis purely off of his TvP. He is clearly warmed up. But can you really warm up for a player like herO? herO, he's so much more aggressive, so much more assertive, especially in a matchup like this. We have been casting a lot of herO recently. For those who maybe are unaware, herO, again, he's had a great January and February so far. Here in the month of March, we have seen herO back-to-back become ESL Open Cup America's champions. He has beaten Max Pax week after week in ESL Open Cup Americas. 2 weeks in a row, herO has been coming out on top. And now he's here looking to take and claim ESL Asia. Arguably a harder weekly tournament. Can herO pull it off? Oh boy, we're here to find out. ByuN back at home, double gas opener. Double gas opener leads into a faster factory, into a delayed CC. A very aggressive build here out of ByuN. He will not be going all in. It looks like a CC on the high ground. A very safe expansion here by ByuN. Makes sense. herO, if he sees vulnerability, if he sees an exposed base, he will punish you. So ByuN just playing very safe behind this. Going for an add-on swap. Now, I was going to say that double gas openers can lead into Reaper Hellion, they can lead into committed mine drops, or they can lead into early game Cyclones. And there it is, Cyclones are on the way. Thankfully, herO doesn't open Stargate. If herO had opened Stargate, he'd be in some trouble. Oracles and Phoenixes can have a hard time defending against early Cyclone aggression. Meanwhile, we can see that ByuN hasn't been scouting, and herO did blindly go into a Twilight Council into Woods Blink Stalkers. So herO is going to be safe. Adept Shades across the map. Cyclone is going to be scouted and confirmed. And herO now knows that Cyclones are moving out. Now, reactively, herO can throw down additional gateways. He can go for not just 2-gate blink. 3-gate blink would be the safest that he could go for. So we'll see if he does commit to that. Behind this, ByuN going to be establishing himself here on these two bases. Going for a second Rax before Starport. Big moment here for ByuN. That is a delayed starport. That means that the ground army is going to be amassing. This is going to be a very aggressive build here from ByuN, delaying his medevacs in favor of more Marines and a stronger, a larger army. Meanwhile, one Cyclone goes down. Big pick off there by herO. Catches the Cyclone already. Cyclones are very momentum-based. They build up and they snowball out of control very quickly, but to lose one Cyclone already, that is huge. One Cyclone, one Marine for one Adept. Rough trade there for ByuN. Is still moving out, is still going to be threatening the natural base. Speaking of gateways are finishing up, it is 3-gate blink out of herO. We go for the shield battery, but we will zone back those Cyclones. Again, 3-gate blink into a third base. This is just a safe opener out of herO. This is designed to expand and take a third. This is not meant to be an all-in and not meant to be overly aggressive. Unless we throw down a 4th gateway. So we should be looking to expand. ByuN is forced back, and ByuN behind this going into really fast tank production. We have 1 tank already, 2nd tank on the way, 3rd Rax we're pushing. So this is looking borderline 2-base all-in from ByuN. With this kind of build, you can even pull the boys as well. Once these upgrades get up and running, we're going to be prioritizing combat shields. Yo, it's a Dolan build! Let's go! This is going to be a timing, not with Stim, but with combat shields. I remember seeing this from Dolan back on, it wasn't Moondance. What was the other map? Stargazers, that's it. Back on Stargazers a year ago. Stim also on the way. Again, ByuN, this build is going to hit like a truck. Observer does spot it. Big scout. Big scout here by herO. He does get eyes on the army. He does get eyes on the move outs. Again, thankfully, he did go for a 3-gate opener. Stalkers are moving out. They have to try and slow this down. And we have more warp-ins behind this. More stalkers on the way. herO, he needs to chip away at this army. Oh, gets a couple hits off on the tank. Gets a couple hits off. Boys have been pulled to repair. Okay, the boys are here to repair, to throw down some bunkers if need be. Good blinks out of herO. He does get a cyclone. Does get a cyclone. The tanks are sieged, barely within range of one of the gateways. Bunkers are on the way as well. Third base has been taken, but towards the right-hand side. It is safer up for now. Disruptor has made it. Risky move going for the Disruptor. Nova going to be going off. We dive on the tanks. First tank goes down. Second Nova going to be connecting here with the other tank as well. Big connection. Very nice control here out of herO. Overcharge, though, is running out, and we have another tank. You can see here that, again, ByuN is not slowing down. He is committed. Stim is still not done. And we're within range of the gateways. Second Disruptor's on the way. The first one has reset its Nova. Nova goes off. Oh, no connection, though. Good splits out of ByuN. And herO's in a bit of trouble. One gateway goes down, the second gateway as well. Nova, once again, does connect with the tank. We go on it. Big moment there. Big connection for herO. Gets another tank. But the bunkers are up. So far, good blinks out of herO. Barely losing anything. He lost 7 stalkers earlier, but in this trade at least, doesn't lose much of anything, as now the Novas going to be going for the bunkers. Novas are going to be going off. I believe one Nova can connect with both bunkers, so we can power these bunkers down. Yeah, we go for it. Yeah, big connections. One bunker falls. Tank does on siege. Yeah, we Stim 1-4. Stim is done. Overcharge is pop. We're going to try and focus this down. The shield battery's depowered. The robo's depowered as well. And ByuN, he's breaking through. The boys have to be pulled. A brutal moment there. The Artosis pylon is brutal. Never goes off. Not quite connecting, though. Oh, the other doesn't connect either. We shut down the Cyclone, but it looks like ByuN, he has too much. He's broken the natural. Kills 22 workers. Denies the Colossus. And ByuN has done it. Again, it was a 2-base all-in. No Stargate whatsoever. Very strong timing with the initial combat shields, followed by the Stim. herO, he's going for one final stand. Dives on top of the tanks once again. Gets both tanks. But what about the Bio Army? We may not have medevacs, but do we need them? We are picking away at the Marines and the Marauders. herO is forcing this back. The problem here is that herO is all in. herO is down to 26 probes. The Disruptor. One Disruptor goes down. We're down to 1 remaining. We clean up the army. Finally, we break free, but ByuN, he's got his 3rd base on location. Very greedy move. Can herO deny it? herO does have a 3rd. Remember, he has a 3rd Nexus. He can make 3 probes at a time. Can he somehow counterattack and deny the 3rd base of ByuN? Oh. But now he cannot. Nova not going to be connecting. herO fanning out his observers. He will get eyes on the base, but the base is about to finish. And we shut down the observer. What did herO see? Didn't see the base. Has a Colossus. Tank shot goes off. ByuN. Is holding. And from here, ByuN is going to be able to maintain his economy. We can see herO, he's chronoing out his probes as hard as possible. He's even pulled out of gas. 0 gas is being taken in the main. 0 gas is here at the natural. This is just purely designed to build up the probe count. Purely designed to catch back up into this. herO going to be pushing. ByuN building up. We got 1-1 on the way on the horizon for ByuN. There we go. We push on forward. Nova goes off. We avoid the Nova. Big tank volleys here on the Colossus. We have 1 Colossus remaining. The other was a hallucination. Going for a Warping of Zealots. Like, herO is pretty committed with this. We can't afford to lose any of his high-tech units. Will deny and delay the 4th, at least. Sure. There's that. Sorry, that's the Ghost Academy. My apologies. We'll delay the Ghost Academy. Dives on the army. A big tank volley's going off, though. The army is oversteered. We've had no medevac support the entire game. But again, we might just not need it. As we kite against the Zealots, we collapse here on top of the army. Disruptor goes down. And now we're going for the Colossus as well. We do at least save the Colossus, but again, herO, he's still got half the worker count of his opponent. Still nothing else left. Pushing on forward with his Zealots. Again, he is all in. Boys are being pulled. 16 probes go down, or 16 SCVs. That's a good amount of economic damage. But now we have medevacs. Now we have medevacs to support. So we dive on the army. Good juggling here from herO. Again, he's trading as best as possible. Like, it's impressive. Impressive how much value he's gotten with the one Colossus. But there's only so much one Colossus can do. Only so much. Now behind this, now we're taking our gases. Now we're actually saturating them. At least one in the pocket. Sorry, in the natural. Oh, drop across the map is going to be brutal. As herO, he does rotate over towards that main. The Vikings are out. Drop comes in. We depower the Forge. Not like this. We focus it down as well. We deny +1. We lose our Colossus across the map, and that may just be it. We lose the Colossus, we lose the Prism. We're going for the third base. We're going to be able to focus it down as well. Marauders, they do so much damage to buildings, and GG gets called. ByuN takes a lead in this series. GG. Takes game number 1. Again, herO, he did spot the army moving out. It was very important that he was able to get eyes on it. He was able to slow it down. It was risky of him to go for disruptors of all things. We saw some good Novas, don't get me wrong. We saw some very nice Novas, but unfortunately, we did lose quite a bit of momentum. The Artosis pylon was brutal. Losing power of the shield battery and of the Robo, delaying the Colossus was massive. And I think that was the moment that basically ByuN won the game. Is killing that pylon, disrupting the production, and breaking the natural, all at the same time. That was a pretty pivotal moment there, and herO just barely wasn't able to hold on. It was close, though. It was close. Was close. GG, well played. ByuN takes the lead in the series, and now we're getting into game number 2. Starport, not Stargate. Yeah. It happens both ways. Maziondo in the chat. Where I very often... I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes I say Stargate when I mean Starport. Sometimes Starport when I mean Stargate. Very often I've called like CCs, Nexi CCs, or CCs like hatcheries. You know what I mean. It's well, I'm still waking up. Do apologize though. But here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of site Delta. We have our South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing CranKy Z Gaming. Down in this series, he needs to fight back here and now to force the ace match. It is herO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion, leading the series 1-0. He's made his way to the semis purely based off of TvP. Can he make it to the finals purely off of TvP as well? We're here to find out. It is ByuN. We old, Pappy, we old. Ah, Smooch. Dark is married? Yes. For those who... There are people asking or questioning in the chat. Yes, Dark, herO, and Solar. I know those are the 3 that are married. They're like... If you look at their social media, you can see their wedding photos and stuff like that. They all married quite a number of years ago. I want to say 2021, 2022, 2020 even for some of them. But yeah. They're all married. There might be more Koreans that are married, but those are the 3 that I'm aware of. Yeah, those are the 3 that I'm aware of at least. I know Armani has a partner. I don't think Armani is married yet. I mean, he recently retired. But yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. They're living their lives, but it's crazy. As this time we're going for, a very different opener. Okay, so one gas, single gas opener into a Rax Expand economic opener out of ByuN. Likewise, ByuN skips his SCV Scout. ByuN, he didn't SCV Scout in game 1, doesn't SCV Scout here in game 2. ByuN, Cure, a lot of the Korean Terrans are known for avoiding SCV Scouting in this matchup, and behind this it's going to be a 3 Rax. So Rax Expand into a 3 Rax, a very aggressive build here by ByuN. The way this works, this is going to be hitting a very strong stim timing. Stim is going to be on the horizon, and this is ideal against Stargate openers. Speaking of, that's a Stargate opener. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm a little bit concerned. Obviously, if herO scouts this, then he can react and do well. But again, as I just mentioned, this is ideally against Stargate. Reason why is because this should be a Phoenix-based opener, and Phoenix against Mass Marine can struggle. Because what do Phoenixes do? They can pick up Marines one at a time, and when you have like 20 Marines, man, you don't care. You don't care if a Phoenix is lifting you up like that. You can focus the Phoenixes down very quickly and snowball out of control. So the sooner herO realizes what's going on, the better. But that's what it's about. It's about scouting. All about scouting right now for herO, as he is going for those Phoenixes. Behind this, he's setting up. This looks like a Phoenix Colossus-based opener from herO into a 3rd base. We'll see when he throws down the Bay. When he throws down the Robo, when he throws down the Bay. If he's too greedy, herO could die. If he's safe, then he's going to be okay. What I mean by that, with your Robo follow-up, you can start an Immortal. If we skip the Immortal, I mean, we're in trouble. So we got to be careful, Pop. We got to be careful. As herO, he moves out with his Stalkers for a moment. He has seen Marines, but I mean, this could just be like a 2-on-1 variation. Like, seeing all these Marines isn't the entire story. herO doesn't know anything or everything yet. He only has a piece of the puzzle, as he's banking up Phoenixes, and he needs to be active with them. The problem is that he's banking up Phoenixes maybe in preparation for a drop, for like a Widowmine drop, which would have been the case if it was a 1-1-1, but there's no drop whatsoever, and we need to move out. There we go. Phoenixes are moving out across the map. Never mind. And the Marines are coming, and herO doesn't know. There is a shield battery, but it's quite exposed. He has the high ground. He has a sentry. Okay. Sentries are crucial. Force fielding the ramp here is ideal, and we can cut this army in half. Yeah, the move that has been spotted. herO knows. He knows what's going on. He's catching reinforcements. He's ready with the sentry. Second shield battery on the way immediately here for herO. We have the overcharge. We stim on forward. Force field will slow this down. We get the shield battery at least. We force back the army. We get a Stalker. And again, there's just so much DPS here. We're slowly breaking through, waiting out those force fields. And we've made it in. Second shield battery is not ready. We dive on top of the sentries and the Stalkers. They're going down one after the other. And ByuN, is this too much? The boys, they have to be pulled. We get a couple of workers, but we're running out of steam. And we're holding. We will hold. Barely bleeding out 6 probes. This is a pretty successful attack, though. As herO, he holds on. ByuN is getting his 3rd base behind this. What did we get? We got 7 probes. We got 2 sentries, the shield batteries, 3 Stalkers. Pretty good trade nonetheless, especially because that was a pretty wasteful arm. Well, that wasn't a very high-tech army. It was like Marines and 2 Marauders. There wasn't much going on, and ByuN wanted to move out again. Greedy move there by ByuN. Does almost catch a Phoenix. Again, ByuN's still rallying, by the way, bleeding out more units. ByuN being very aggressive with his army. Again, the 3rd base is on the way. ByuN, he still wants to push out with the 2nd wave. What do we have to defend? Sentry, okay. Oh, we have a sentry. We have a force field. We need it. As ByuN is still building up a 2nd force. Do you see the Phoenixes trying to catch some Marines? Okay, ByuN is pulling back. Thankfully, he does pull back. We're getting into a longer game. ByuN getting into his 5 rack setup, getting into his 3rd. Meanwhile, herO back at home, working towards Colossus. Oh, that's a lot of gateways. Interesting. That's a lot of gateways on the way here. 6 gates in total. No 3rd base. This looks like a 2 base all in. Like, our 3rd is so heavily delayed for herO. We'll see if he does expand. as ByuN's already got his third on location. So the way this dynamic works is that Protoss should be ahead in bases against Terran. Because of mules, like Protoss needs to be ahead. Now that we've confirmed the third base, it may just be an all-in. It may just be nothing but an all-in here for herO. Yeah, +1 is about to kick in. The base is going to finish up for Colossus, and we're moving out. Okay, we do have a Zelt on the right-hand side. We have Stalkers towards the left. Blink is done. There is no charge. They're going to be slow lots in the main. And herO, he needs to get some damage done. He needs to punish the greed here of ByuN. You see ByuN, he's up almost 20 workers. Third base now on the way. But we need to do damage. We get a couple of SCVs. Zelts, they get into the main. Getting even more damage done. Okay, the main base, we still one forward. Ooh. Focus down we try to focus down that Prism. Prism survives. We get 6 workers. That was pretty efficient. Like, if we look at the trade here, herO, he killed 6 workers, didn't lose anything. Didn't lose a single unit. So, very efficient trades here by herO. This is what he needs to do. He needs to keep picking off workers, avoiding losses. Get some Marauder. Oh, but ByuN is going to chase him down. And you can see how far ahead ByuN is. Because ByuN is ahead in economy, like, his army is massive. And herO's in a lot of trouble after the opener. Yeah, herO was just... his third base is just so late. He's been contained far too long. ByuN, he's coming in for the kill. We do have a Colossus. We do have some force fields. EMP grazes the army. Does graze the army here, as hero's going to be able to force this back. ByuN, oh, catching a Stalker. Does catch a Stalker. 2-2 on the horizon. Armory is delayed for ByuN, so 2-2 is laid a little bit later, a little bit delayed. But ByuN is still in the driver's seat. We're going for a big counterattack at the same time. herO needs ByuN to turn around. He needs him to go back home. Here's him into the main. We go for the warp in, and we are denied the warp in. The Prism goes down. Zelts are being cleaned up. We do have Zelts harassing and delaying the 4th base. ByuN turns around. Force to cancel. Force to cancel the 4th. Rebuilding in the main base instead. But again, ByuN still has a massive economic lead, and he's almost maxed out. He's almost maxed out at this point. herO going for a counterattack. Moving out with his Colossi. Could catch a portion of the army. Ooh, takes a mind to the face. But again, ByuN is a bit out of position with these Marines. I say out of position. He could set up a first round. He collapses on the army. Big EMPs here on the Stalkers. Yeah, we dive on top of the Colossus. We get one. And we're going to get the other. There's no Warp Prism. It died earlier. We cannot juggle. We cannot keep these Colossi alive. They're going to be hunted down. A second Colossus falls. Phoenixes, they try to add some DPS here, but the final Colossus will be shut down. And ByuN is snowballing out of control. And he's still going to make it to the finals. herO in a lot of trouble again. It was a rough opener. The 3-backs did do a lot of damage. Did contain and delay the 3rd base. And eventually herO was essentially forced all in. Boys are being pulled. Colossus doing what it can. 15 probes fall. And we shut the Colossus down. And with that, GG gets called. ByuN will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Very aggressive games here from ByuN. Game number 1, he went for, of course, reacted Cyclones into the 2-base all-in, with his tank push, of course. Game number 2, it was a 3-axe Marine into a very fast 3rd, and he was able to get enough damage done with his 3-axe, able to contain herO to 2 bases, able to get away with a very fast 3rd, and herO wasn't able to punish it. He wasn't able to break out. He had the option to maybe try and go for the all-in. herO was trying to get back into it economically, into a longer game with the 3rd, but he was just too far behind. Too far behind by that point. GG. ByuN advances on. GG, well played. And again, the Phoenix opener just wasn't able to do much damage. Ideally, Phoenix openers, they give you map control by shutting down drops, and they can also harass the opponent's economy. But against a 3-axe, that dynamic isn't really there. We were picking off reinforcements at least, but that's all the Phoenixes really did do. And with that, we have our first finalist, and my apologies, we have our grand finals. Let's go. Okay, exclamation mark B in the chat. As we have a look at the bracket here, we have our grand finals. Scrolling on down, of course, we have ByuN taking down herO, advancing on to the finals. As we scroll down, we already saw Classic 2-0 DRG. Oliveira 2-0's Cure. That's a big win. A big win for Oliveira. He 2-0's Cure in the TvT, and he also takes down Classic 2-1 as well. Oliveira advances on to the grand finals. It is going to be a TvT. A TvT between Oliveira and ByuN. Let's go.